It's a story of a cab driver. Arjun was in line for a cab at the airport. When a cab pulled up, the first thing Arjun noticed was that the taxi was polished to a bright shine. Smartly dressed in a white shirt, black tie, and freshly pressed clothes, the cab driver jumped out of the car and opened the back passenger door for Arjun. He then introduced himself to Arjun as John, the cab driver. Arjun got into the car and noticed the inside of the cab was as clean as the outside, spotless. Then the cab driver slid behind the wheel and asked, "Would you like a cup of coffee? I have thermos of coffee." Arjun jokingly said, "No, I prefer a soft drink." "No problem," said the cab driver. "I have a cooler with Diet Coke, water, Coke, and orange juice." Amazed by that answer, Arjun said, "I would like a Diet Coke." Handing him the Diet Coke, the cab driver said, "If you'd like something to read, I have weekly magazines, monthly magazines, Sports Today and all." Arjun said, "No thanks." As the journey continues, the cab driver handed laminated card to Arjun. It read, "These are the few FM stations I get and the musics they play, if you'd like to listen to the radio." As if that were not enough, the cab driver told Arjun that he had AC on and asked if the temperature was comfortable for him. Then the cab driver advised Arjun of the best route to his destination for the time of the day. The cab driver further inquired that, "I'll be happy to chat, or if you prefer, I'll leave you to your own thoughts." Then Arjun asked the cab driver, "Have you always served the customers like this?" The cab driver smiled and said, "Not always. In fact, it's only been in the last 2 years. My first 5 years of driving, I spent most of my time complaining like the rest of the cabbies do. Then one day, I heard a speech on personal growth on the radio. The speech went on like this: if you get up in the morning expecting to have a bad day, you will rarely disappoint yourself. Stop complaining. Differentiate yourself from your competition. Don't be a duck, be an eagle. You see, ducks quack and complain. Eagles soar above the crowd." That speech hit me right in between the eyes, the cab driver said. The speaker was really talking about me. I was always quacking and complaining, so I decided to change my attitude and became an eagle. I looked around at the other cabs and their drivers. The cabs were dirty, the drivers were unfriendly, and the customers were unhappy. So I decided to make some changes. Then Arjun asked, "Has the changes paid off for you?" The cab driver replied, "Yes, sure. In the first year as an eagle, I doubled my income from the previous year. You were lucky today to get me. I don't sit at cab stands anymore. My customers call me for appointment on my phone." The cab driver was phenomenal. He became an eagle himself. That's the end of the story. You see, in life, be unique has its own advantages. There is nothing we can gain by complaining. So stop complaining. See what is happening around you. Start doing something unique, something which leads you in a progressive way. So, what are you? An eagle or a duck? Again, choice is yours. Stay blessed and happy. Love and peace from the Greatness Guide.